See right in Hollywood, and if you want to see the cleaned up version of Snow White for yourself, it came out on Disney Home Video yesterday.
Now for this week's news and previews.
A new American software company will be storming the CD formats this Christmas. Lodestar, the legend of Tully Bodine for the PC CD-ROM, has been created by a group of movie veterans and games programmers who call themselves Rocket Science. Tully Bodine is the skipper of the space freighter Lodestar, and in this adventure, he's smuggling contraband camels to Mars, as you do.
Official, the 32X add-on for the Mega Drive, or Mega 32 as it's known over here, will cost £170. That's 20 quid more than expected. You'll get 5 £10 game vouchers with the system, but sadly, there'll only be 4 games available before Christmas, including this one, Star Wars Arcade.
Between level sequences just keep getting better and better. This is Lands of Lore 2 for the PC CD-ROM, due out next spring. It's a graphic adventure with pretty adventurous graphics. Like the first Lands of Lore, there's plenty of dungeons, dragons and gothic stuff. Oh, and the gameplay's shaping up nicely too.
Hello again, Furtlers. Hey, my next indoor sport is basketball. I'm just making a hole in the ceiling for the hoop. Now, while the dust settles, here's a brilliant cheat for NBA Jam on the SNES. It speeds it up to blistering pace. Now, on the tonight's match up screen, you've got to press any button as quickly as you can 13 times, then hold down B and X. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, B and X. And there's the word juice, and look at those players go, hey! And now for some real indoor basketball. Whoa! Oh, I was enjoying that. This'll soon dislodge it.
That's what I call a nam dunk. Woo! Thanks, guys. Basketball is Britain's fastest growing sport. It's fast, fun and easy to get into. But if you're not up to the real thing, there are loads of brilliant computer games. Everyone's getting in on the act. Even the Looney Tunes mob have got their hands on the ball in a new game called Hoop It Up, which is out before Christmas. It's got loads of sub-games, options and plenty of slapstick humour. Meanwhile, basketball superstars are taking over other sorts of games. Here's Shaquille O'Neal in his own martial arts adventure, Shaq Fu. And Michael Jordan is the star of a brand new platform game, Chaos in the Windy City, which we're reviewing later in the programme.
But NBA Jam is the game that started it all last summer. The SNES version's a 2-on-2, it's virtually arcade perfect, easy to play, and has very quickly become the yardstick by which all other basketball games are measured.
We got our hands on a copy of its big brother, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, which is out next year on SNES and Mega Drive. In fact, it's so new that it's still on chips. And who better to test it than...
Name, Anthony Juice Joseph. Plays for Doncaster Panthers. Height, 6'4". Weight, 182 pounds. Born, Brooklyn, New York.
So, Juice, then, what do you reckon?
This game here is excellent. Unlike NBA Jam 1, the tackling on here is much better. And it has some of the newer players in the league, some of the newer rookies.
Now, you can make substitutions as well, can't you?
Yeah, unlike the first NBA Jam, you can only have 2 players. In this one, you can substitute.
OK, then show us one of these new spectacular dunks. Yes!
There we go.
But not all basketball is played on posh courts with high-priced players. I've been looking at a new street basketball game, Jam It, with my tall friend.
Name, Chris Castle. Plays for Sheffield Hatters. Height, 6'2". Weight, wouldn't tell us. Born, Essex, England.
Jam It will be out on the SNES and Mega Drive next year. Chris, hi, welcome to the programme. What do you think of Jam It, then?
It's a pretty good game. I think the set looks something like White Men Can't Jump or something out of it.
Is it an easy game to pick up and play?
I've been working on it for the last few hours, and I haven't found it that easy.
And what about when you go in for the slam dunk, the close-up?
Let's see, there we go. Well, when that actually happens, you lose all concept of the rest of the game. You're not quite sure where you are.
But for the purists, there's a brand new game out next week on SNES and Mega Drive, NBA Live 95. It's a 5-on-5 game that's a much more of a serious basketball simulation than NBA Jam. Mark's been looking at this one.
Name, Mark Harvey. Plays for Doncaster Panthers. Height, 6'9". Weight, more than the other 2. Born, Niagara Falls, Canada.
So, Mark, what's the verdict?
Well, I like the way it plays. I mean, as a player, it's very close to a real basketball game. The players can do a lot of the things that you would normally find players doing when they play basketball. And as a coach, I like the way that you can interchange players, create a team of your own, have players getting tired, having them get injured. It's a very good simulation. The graphics are okay, and I also like the sound effects.
Can you think of any down points, though?
Well, I don't think it's as spectacular as some of the games, but other than that, it's a very good simulation.
And you can design your own dream team, can't you?
Yeah, I've got my dream team out. It's a team full of Shaquille O'Neals.
Excellent.
OK, Juice, you've looked at and played all the basketball games we've been reviewing today. You're quite a serious game to play. Which one do you like best?
NBA Live 95 is definitely the best.
This is the Mega Drive version, which is just as good as the SNES. Why do you like it so much?
So realistic. I mean, the players, I mean, you can run up and down and make moves just like you can do on the real court.
Watch when you're playing, you're chicken about like you're really out there, aren't
Definitely. You can get into this game. You could definitely break a sweat playing this one.
OK, so you want to play basketball like Juice? Get yourself Live 95. Now for some more games reviews.
You just can't move for basketball players these days. Here's American NBA star Michael Jordan in his very own platform adventure on the SNES, Chaos in the Windy City. The big man has to rescue 20 of the world's greatest basketball players who've been kidnapped by a mad scientist. The theme is strongly basketball. Jordan's weapons are basketballs, and even the baddies appear to have balls instead of heads. Weird. Here's Lee.
This is a great game for all basketball fans that are into platform games, because it uses a lot of basketball skills and movements. The game's got a very strong puzzle element to it. Here I'm rescuing the first of the 20 basketball players I've got to save. Now I'm asking him questions which will help me along through the game. He's now given me a key which will help me get off the level. Now I can unlock doors, which will either give me good things like special weapons or power-ups, or there'll be baddies behind it. This game will probably sell because of Michael Jordan's name, but it's a playable game anyway.
It's okay, but I prefer a straightforward basketball game or an ordinary platformer, but it doesn't do either job properly.
Nice idea, but the levels are too similar.
Scores then. Michael Jordan's Chaos in the Windy City gets a slam-dunking 4 from the boys, but a pretty average 3 from the girls.
All of a sudden, Amiga owners are spoilt for choice when it comes to platform games. The latest is Rough and Tumble, starring a cute kid with a submachine gun. Rough is trapped in a fantasy world after he fell down a rabbit hole. The way out is to shoot everything in sight and cause as much devastation as possible. Usual thing then, but what's it like to play? Here's Paul.
It's a nice platform shoot 'em up. Not very original, but highly polished and great gameplay. This is a very hard game, as you can see from this robot who's trying to kill me. If it hits me 3 times, I'm dead. So instead of having to go back to the beginning of the game when I die, I can hit that point which I've just hit and come back there. Even though it is a shoot 'em up, there is a bit of puzzle element to it. I can climb up this ladder which I've just formed. He's quite a cool character, as you can see by his hair, it sort of sways in the wind, and his gun which gives brilliant recoil. It's the best Amiga platform game for a long time, well worth getting.
I love this. It's a real exciting game with loads to collect and a great range of weapons.
The gameplay didn't grab me, but it looks great.
And the scores for Rough and Tumble, both the boys and the girls gave it a solid 4 out of 5.
Last week's competition prize was a SNES and a copy of the game Dragon. And the question was, which actor's life story was told in the movie Dragon? The answer was, of course, Bruce Lee. We had over 21,000 phone calls, but the lucky winner was Lance Jones from Swansea. Well done. 10 runners-up get Bad Influence t-shirts.
This week's competition prize is a SNES with NBA Live 95, a multi-tap, oh yeah, and some basketball gear in case you get bored with playing the real thing. And the competition question is, what's the regulation height for a basketball hoop? What's the regulation height for a basketball hoop? Phone in your answer on 0891 555 999, 0891 555 999. The call will cost you no more than 25p, but do please get permission before you dial, because as we know,
you can't win if you don't ask permission.
And we do check.
We'll play you out now with a clip of Dynamite Heady, our main review for next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on, Juice, be better.